Equity is the difference between the price paid for a property and the current value. Let's say you bought your home 7 years ago for $150,000 and just recently you've noticed other properties selling in your street for $200,000. That means you have potentially got $50,000 of equity in your current home. Let's also say that you purchased that home with a 10% deposit, meaning that you've got a mortgage for $135,000. So if you sold the property for $200,000, you will receive $65,000 less your selling fees, which includes your $15,000 deposit plus your $50,000 in equity. With me so far? So how do you use the equity which you've gained in your home without having to move and sell it? Stick with me and I'll tell you. Hi, I'm Andy Walker from Monopoly.com, where I blog online about my journey as a property investor and landlord, sharing what works for me and what doesn't to help you start or expand your property portfolio. There are two methods that you may be able to consider to release any equity from your home. Firstly, you can look to refinance, or in other words, remortgage. And whether you decide to extract cash to invest in another property or not, it's still worth reviewing your current mortgage over time because there may be better products than the one you currently have. You may be able to find a cheaper product which will allow you to pay your mortgage more quickly, or you may just be able to fix your interest rate for a longer period of time, which will give you more certainty over the next 2 to 5 years. Anyway, I digress. Let's assume that you would like to invest in another property. First of all, you need to approach a mortgage lender, and I would recommend doing this through a broker because they'll find a lender that best matches your needs and they'll assist you through the whole process. You will then need to have a valuation carried out on your home, and this will cost somewhere around £200 to £400 here in the UK. Now, you'll already know that prices have risen in your area, and your broker will have already qualified you with potential lenders. So although the valuation fee is non-refundable, it should be money well spent. Once the valuation is complete, the mortgage lender will then provide you with some mortgage products for you to choose from, and you can then spend some time thinking about your options and deciding what you would like to do. Of course, some mortgage products will have higher application fees and interest rates than others, and you'll probably have a choice of fixed, tracker or variable rates to choose from, so there'll be a lot to consider. Using the same example, let's say that you'd like to extract $25,000 so that you can use $20,000 as a deposit to buy an investment property and have $5,000 to cover your purchasing fees plus any items that you may need. You will then have a mortgage of $160,000 on a property valued at $200,000, meaning you'll have a better loan to value of 80% as opposed to when you first purchased the property at a loan to value of 90%. Once you've selected the mortgage product that you would like, you would then need to appoint a solicitor or a conveyancer to handle the transaction, and you can expect to pay somewhere in the region of £500 for that service here in the UK. Once the transaction is complete, your previous mortgage will be repaid, your new mortgage will be in place, and the balance will be paid directly into your bank account, which is tax-free because it's a loan. You could then spend that cash on whatever you like. New car, luxury holiday, clothes, jewellery. Don't do that. I recommend using the money as a deposit to buy an investment property. You can use my Getting Started playlist for guidance to assist you in getting a good property that's in demand on the rental market. Provided you buy well, your net profit on your new rental property will cover the extra mortgage payment you now have on your home for extracting the $25,000, while still leaving you some more money to enjoy. If you'd like a new car or a luxury holiday, now is a better time to consider it because you'll have profit coming in from your rental income which can pay for it. And guess what? Once that car or holiday is paid for, you'll still have that income stream coming in from your investment property. That's the way to do it. The second method that may be available to you for extracting equity from your home is additional borrowing. This is where your current mortgage lender agrees to a further advance, which is typically at a different rate to your main mortgage. This option will work well if you don't want to switch lenders or if their offer is more competitive. And people often use this to fund home improvements as well as raising a deposit to buy investment properties. You'll still need to pay for the valuation of your home, but you'll be able to cut out the services of the conveyancer and the mortgage broker because you'll be staying with the same lender. But I would still recommend doing a comparison of the whole market so you know you're getting the best product that's available to you. Experienced property investors review their portfolio regularly, at least every 6 months, to keep an eye on their property values, and they use their equity to grow their business whenever the opportunity presents itself. Here's a quick demonstration in a growing market. Year 1, you purchase your first investment property, and maybe you do that by extracting equity from your home. In year 3, you then extract equity from property number 1 to buy your investment property number 2. Year 6, you then extract equity from investment properties 1 and 2 to purchase investment properties 3 and 4. And year 9, you extract equity from investment properties 1, 2, 3 and 4 to purchase investment properties 5, 6, 7 and 8. You can see how the model works. There comes a point where it just snowballs and some people achieve financial freedom. And remember, this chain of events started with the use of only one deposit. This is only a rough example to give you some inspiration. There may well be years where there won't be any capital growth, you won't have any equity, and you won't be able to extract any cash. Some people will not be able to achieve 8 properties in 9 years, but others will achieve more. Have you already considered using equity in your home? Would you do it, or would you prefer to look for another way of raising a deposit to invest? Please let me know in the comment section below, as I'd like to know your thoughts on this, or head over to monopoly.com/equity. Please like and share this video if you found it useful, and if it's your first time visiting the channel, don't leave until you've clicked that subscribe button so you won't miss any of my future videos, which are all geared towards helping you start or improve your property business. Thank you for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. I have problems with the word borrow, borrowing, and profit. Profit, 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 profit.